Hello, this is Dave, and welcome to Equity Story. I'm with the Wolf, and this is just general share advice and not personal advice. Okay, Wolf. Pretty quiet today, but there were a few announcements. And I think today's video will be fairly quick, but we might have a trade. I just want to say IAG.
Yep.
Wolf, absolutely, really looking good on the technicals. Before we looked at the chart, I said to you, Wolf, what do you think about the announcement? You went,
I said, good. Yeah,
absolutely fantastic, Dave, right?
I said fantastic. I said, good. The results were good.
Yeah.
Obviously, not good enough for the market, was it?
Yeah. So maybe just see where it ends up today.
You know what, Dave? I think it just goes to prove, and we'll go through them in a moment, how important it is that you meet your expectations and there are no surprises in your announcements, right? Because we're going to go through some tech stocks in America, which have have done that, and we'll see where they are. So we'll go through them shortly. But AIG, look, obviously a trade. I think was this a trade? One of yours trades?
Yeah, looking really good actually, up to that 550, and unfortunately,
it's not looking that great right now. But let's just go to the day.
Well, if it looks like this by the end of the day, you're out, right? Yeah. So you just gotta hope it. I think it'll bounce back the rest of the day. If it doesn't, you sell it.
Okay, fair enough. And look, not everything has to work, right? So that's okay.
Yes, it does, Wolf. Everything does have to work. Of course, it does.
Oh God. On that thing, everyone's thinking, well, this one didn't work. That's it. It's over.
All right, Ash. Look, I've just had a look at this, Wolf. The chart is superb.
Yep.
It's giving about a 8-9% dividend. Mm-hmm. It's trading 9 times.
Mm-hmm.
A good upgrade. You'd be buying it, right?
Look, on what you just told me. So in other words, looks cheap, good dividends. It's not a bad story. Like today's announcement is an acquisition of, they're getting some nice revenues and nice EBITDA to help them with their bottom line. So overall, you think to yourself, yeah, looks decent. Maybe the space they're in, it's not super exciting with human resources, employment placement and stuff. And I'm playing that through Seek, right, myself. But I can understand this looks like a trade, right? So for some out there, yeah, I can completely make a case for it as a trade.
Right. So I think, well, listen, it's a high risk trade, but that's what we're here to put trades on. It's a good announcement today. And I think what you might find, it's sort of stock that'll maybe hover around that 80 for a few weeks, but I think it could go on with it. And Wolf, WR1. I just want to have a quick look at this stock again. Raising at about $2. Not a bad raise, Wolf. Not bad.
Oh, pretty good raise. I mean, remember, it's gone from 30 cents not too long ago, about 3 months ago, to $2.30 on the back of exploration results in Canada. Market cap now about 400 mil. It's getting rich for me, right? Obviously, they're pretty smart going for the jugular and asking people for money at these prices, and why not? Less obviously dilution. So yeah, let's hope they can deliver those results.
All right, brilliant. And Wolf, finally but not least, because I want to put these trades on, there's another stock that we're looking at. And now you own this in the fund.
Yes,
and I know you own it in the fund because I've got your fund now on my little list.
Yes.
And this EGL.
Mm-hmm.
So I know you obviously like the story, and maybe you could tell us why you like this story. But the price action is excellent. So I think this could be a nice trade up at least to 25, 26, 27 cents. And it's just a great setup. The fact, it's just gone sideways for getting on.
Consolidating, right? Until
it's been really for a year in a downturn consolidating phase, and bang, up it goes. And had a upgrade to earnings, didn't it, in
November? Yep.
November.
Yep. But that's not the only reason I'm in. Of course, I love upgrades, but it's actually what it does. So EGL is called the Environmental Group, and that pretty name is what attracted me first to it, to have a look through it. So they've got 5 business units, really, what they just call them themselves, and I'll go through them for you. Improving air quality, reducing carbon emissions, enhancing waste treatment, and lifting water quality, right? So the total air pollution is one of the business units. Baltec produces inlet and exhaust systems. They've got the Tomlin's Energy Services, the old RCR. Remember, we got absolutely burnt on that. So this is like the this is a resurrection stock for me, Dave. Just want to claw some money back from that with this one. EGL Water division they've got, and waste services. So this is one that's recycling solutions and just trying to obviously help customers with the environmental needs. So overall, I like the business, right? And the fact is that they said that all the business units should be growing. It gives me confidence to just have a little bit of a punt. It's not the biggest holding in my portfolio because it's lightly traded, but I like it now with the setup. And I've been holding it for some time now, so it's not as if I've been buying now and front running everyone. I've actually been holding on to this like a good little long-term investor, Dave, for some time, and maybe I'm going to reap the rewards now. So this is time for you guys. So if you want to trade this, looks good.
So just have a look at the trade. So you've got a pretty decent stop, haven't you? Really, maybe 18 cents.
Yep.
Which and Wolf, you'd feel that a good announcement. It could announce very well when it does announce. Do you have
right with upgrades? Right, they should announce pretty well. So we'll see. But and that's the thing, is how far, if they announce well, how far can it drive this? And they've been previously at 35 cents, right? So this is what possibility can happen. I don't see why not. I mean, Duratex of the world hitting all-time highs. Why can't this company go?
Yeah, definitely. Even if you just targeted 0.28, that's still a nice 30%.
Absolutely. Look, let's not be greedy. Absolutely. I'm talking here. I'm thinking it's got a possibility to get that to the previous highs. Yes, but the nice little trade here to 28, 29 cents. I'll take it.
And would you be looking for, I think, about a 1 month?
Yeah, I think so, because you were looking for the results, right? So you've got this month now to do it. So 30 days month is probably what I'd be looking for. Yes, as a trade. And look, if it's good, Dave, we can definitely extend it, right? So we're going to be looking to see how it goes. If by some, unfortunate luck that it doesn't report as good as we think and it goes backwards, we need a stop loss, please, Dave.
Yeah, well, stop loss is easy. It's 0.18 on the weekly.
Okay, done.
And just recapping, so people want to just help people with Ash a little bit. You pay under 0.79. Yeah. It's obviously a high risk. I think you'd be looking for maybe more of a 3 month, because I think this could go sideways for maybe a few weeks.
Yeah.
This is the interesting one, whether you just give it a real little leeway and have your stop at 68, or maybe you could go at 73, 74, somewhere around there. You know what, I think, I don't know, I feel more comfortable giving it. It's so lightly traded, give me a little bit more leeway, because I think the story's right. The upgrade is right, the valuation is right. It's the sort of story the market likes. It could be volatile, but at the end of the day, Wolfie, this should be working its way higher. And I think you can have a nice little target price of say at least originally 90 cents, right?
Yeah, look, this is the thing. Don't be greedy, right?
Yeah.
Somewhere maybe in the 80s, you'd probably be looking to take a profit. So that's probably 10% right there.
Okay. Well, if you target 90, I mean, you often, listen, you could, often it will sell off just before you get there, won't it? About 88 or 87.
87, 88, yeah.
I'll leave 90 on there, but and I think, stop loss, and again, guys, using the weekly chart just below the weekly, I think it'd be something like that.
Yep.
Okay, that all looks good, Wolfie. Now, talking about something a little bit more juicy, these tech stocks.
Yes.
So, yesterday we were interested in putting Seek on.
Yeah.
And if you look at the chart, you'd still be interested in it. Now, it's having a bit of sell-off. Can you explain what's going on here, Wolf?
All right. So if you look, I'm still interested long-term, but I'm just having doubts whether I'm going to be buying it today and some of these tech stocks, because on the US, we had a really big reporting season last night, right? Or early this morning for us. we had Apple reporting, we had Google reporting, we had Amazon reporting. Now, they all reported okay-ish, but disappointed in some parts of the market, and all of them are down. And some of them are down like 4 or 5%, right? So I'd say potentially how it's set up right now, because we had a pretty good rally in some of these tech stocks. We've had 7% moves even last night on some of these tech stocks. We might see some profit taking. So it may be best to just wait till Monday and see how things turn out. And then maybe you start looking at, okay, see how it turns out. Because like I said, they're looking good, but they've had a pretty good run over the last 4 weeks, Dave, right? January's been really strong for them.
Well, so it's the NASDAQ, and they've really, like, if you look at Google,
Yep.
Apple,
Okay.
they're all
Exactly.
flirting with trend, just going over it, looking very, very similar to the NASDAQ. And
Yes.
and I remember I said to you, I would like it over that 12,200. It's around there, and it's broken through.
Yep.
Yeah, and obviously the news tonight could just reverse that. And if it does reverse it strongly, then unfortunately, you just got to be. So tonight's a big night, and I think if you're going to trade some of these tech stocks, I would, like you said, let's wait for Monday and just see if we've got a clearer picture.
Yeah, and look, just from my point of view, right? I don't think we're going to go back to the lows on NASDAQ. We're going to have a bit of profit taking. The reason why I'm just thinking that, of course, we had a pretty good run, but it's not as if the companies are reporting badly. They maybe just missed somewhere that the market didn't like, or maybe the outlook. And the outlook they gave was cautionary. I mean, you still have to give you caution. You can't go, we're going to grow by 50%. That's ridiculous. So in a way, it's going to be healthy to see a bit of a pullback, but I'm expecting that long term, for me, the start of a recovery for some tech stocks to continue, even though we might have a week or two of some profit taking, right? So maybe we come back to that 11,644 again, Dave, and then we start swing again, type of action. So I'm still positive. So if it pulls back next week or the week after, opportunity to get some of these tech stocks, because remember, the overlying theme for me is interest rates slowing down, which is a positive. We've got all the other bits and pieces are falling into place that we're going to get a much, saner market coming through.
All right, so we're going to do two trades. One that's announced well, one that Wolfie believes in the story, but they both got good charts. So two trades, always looking to try and make some money. And you know what? If you're in IAG, if it doesn't get back over that sort of or near that 470 by the end of trade today, no prisoners. You've got two new
trades to play with, right? You're going to probably hopefully make some money on those.
Yeah, just move on. All right. On that note, Wolfie, thank you very much, mate.
Cheers. Thank you, guys.
And live.
Hey, live. Don't forget.
All right. See you, Wolf. Bye.
Cheers. Bye.